As we gear up for episode 5 of the Amazing Digital Circus, anticipation is through the roof, especially with the hints Gooseworx has dropped. This episode is significant because it marks the halfway point of the series, and with 4 episodes behind us, we're entering a phase where character dynamics are likely to shift in major ways. So let's break down the key details and predictions about what might unfold in episode 5. One of the biggest reveals about episode 5 is that it will take place in a coliseum. This setting opens the door to several possibilities. Could we see a battle-style competition, or will it be something more lighthearted, like a sports event? If the characters are split into teams, the groupings could be interesting. Imagine Jax, Ragatha, and Pomni on one side, while Zooble, Gangle, and Kinger form another. This could create a high-stress environment where tensions flare, especially between Jax and Ragatha, whose dynamic has always been complicated. Pomni's role in all of this remains a mystery. Gooseworx teased one of her lines from episode 5. "I am just being here." This could suggest that Pomni finds herself stuck in the middle of the chaos, possibly as an unwilling referee between Jax and Ragatha's inevitable clashes. One of the most intriguing aspects of the upcoming episode is the focus on Jax and Ragatha. While they seem like complete opposites, Jax being detached and sarcastic, Ragatha being overly kind and eager to please, they actually share a core insecurity. Ragatha desperately wants to be liked and maintains a friendly, optimistic demeanor, but it's clear that not everyone fully trusts her sincerity. Meanwhile, Jax goes in the opposite direction, deliberately distancing himself from others and shielding his emotions behind a smug exterior. Episode 4 briefly showed Jax alone, revealing a side of him that felt broken and exhausted. This could hint at a deeper backstory that we might finally learn more about in episode 5 or 6. If so, it'll be fascinating to see whether Jax continues to push people away, or if someone, perhaps Pomni, starts breaking through his walls. While Ragatha has always been one of the most composed characters, there are signs that episode 5 could push her to a breaking point. Gooseworx hinted that this episode is the silly before the storm, which suggests something significant is about to happen. Throughout the series, we've seen Ragatha struggle with how others perceive her. She tries to be the kind and supportive one, but there's an underlying fear of rejection. Her line from a past episode, "I hate you, but I don't want you to hate me. Is that weird?" perfectly captures this internal conflict. What happens if she finally drops the act? Will the others react with understanding, or will this cause a rift between her and the group? And how will Jax play into it? Will he exploit the situation, or will he unexpectedly show some empathy? While much of the focus is on Ragatha and Jax, Zooble is another character who deserves attention. Throughout the series, they have quietly taken on a leadership role, even if it's not always obvious. In episode 2, Zooble was the one who organized Kaufmo's funeral. In episode 3, they confronted Kane about the group's struggles. In episode 4, they stood up to Kane again, took care of Ragatha during her wild stint as Spudsy's manager, and later checked in on Gangle. Despite their sarcastic and aloof nature, Zooble seems to care deeply about the group. The question is, will the others start recognizing their importance? Or will they continue to be the unacknowledged glue holding everyone together? Episode 4 ended with a small but meaningful moment, Zooble reaching out to Gangle and encouraging her to come back to the group. For a character as self-conscious as Gangle, this was a big deal. This could be the start of a transformation for her. So far, Gangle has often faded into the background, hesitant to assert herself. But with someone showing her kindness, perhaps she'll start gaining confidence and stepping into a more active role within the group. One of the most intriguing mysteries in the Amazing Digital Circus is the recurring mention of the CNA company. It first appeared in episode 1 on Kane's computer and was seen again in episode 4 among his papers. Could Episode 5 finally give us more insight into what CNA really is? Perhaps it plays into the coliseum setting. Maybe the company is sponsoring the event. Or maybe we'll get a brief but meaningful reference to their larger role in the circus. So far, Gooseworx has been tight-lipped about CNA's true significance, but every small detail adds up. Even if Episode 5 doesn't reveal everything, it could drop another breadcrumb that pushes the mystery forward. With Episode 5 marking the midpoint of the season, we can expect things to take a significant turn. The dynamics between Jax and Ragatha are bound to evolve, Zooble's contributions might finally be acknowledged, and Gangle could start stepping into a new role. And with Gooseworx teasing that the real storm is coming after this episode, we should brace ourselves for major shifts in the story. What are your thoughts? Do you have any theories for Episode 5? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more amazing digital circus content. See you in the next one. Piece by piece.